Hello, it's Sunday and it's episode 72, and I wanted to come at you a little bit different today for today's episode. So I'm going to share my journey a little bit and how we got to where we are now. So basically, to make a long story short, when I was 12 years old, my dad brought me in the garage and started to show me what they call CrossFit now. He showed me Olympic lifts. And from that point, I fell in love with working out. I fell in love with training. I fell in love with the process. Being a wrestler my whole life also taught me the discipline, the self-sacrifice, the commitment, the dedication, the perseverance, all the things that built the character in me that I have now. So when I was 17, I got a job at LA Fitness. I was training people. I loved it. LA Fitness, let's just say, LA Fitness as a business didn't align with who I was characteristically and my integrity. So I developed a passion like no other at that time. I was in a lot of people's lives. I built rapport with a lot of different people. And that's where my love and passion for training others developed. LA Fitness, however, wasn't a good financial source of income. So I had to get a different job, and I got a job at a bank, Citizens Bank, and I was there for 3 years. That place, over that 3-year time span, taught me so much about business, so much about rapport with other people, finance, money, relationships, that really developed my foundation in those areas early on. So at 21 years old, I moved part-time to the bank and started Trainer Enterprises at that time. And I was willing to do whatever it took to build the business. I started with training people in-home. My very first client, Joe Gage, if you ever see this, Joe, thank you, saw something in me and wanted to help me, and I went to his house 3 days a week in Philly. Really good paying client, good money, and that's kind of how I started. Every single day, I woke up at 3:45 in the morning, I meditated, I read my Bible, I got my mind right, I got ready for the day, and traveled 30 minutes to Philly, bringing weights and benches and anything that I needed to be a good service provider for a client. I appreciated it, and I did whatever it took to make sure that I met the need that that person wanted. And that's where it all began. So years and years of blood, sweat, and tears went into this thing. And I went from in-home training, then I found a spot to train in Turnersville. From Turnersville, I went to Body Max. Some of you know Body Max. And at that point, business was growing very well, and I moved to 700 Fitness. Now, when I went to 700 Fitness, the facility was great. It was a warehouse. Some of you were there, some of you saw it, some of you didn't, but it was awesome. It was a great place for me to really grow from a business perspective. But what happened was it basically ran the business into the ground. Financially, it just was set up in a way for 700 Fitness to make money and for me not to make money. And it's all love. I have all love for 700 Fitness. The rig we have right now came from 700 Fitness, so I'm very appreciative of the relationship and the experience. But at the end of 2013, my run from an entrepreneurial standpoint came to an end. And I got this sales job working for a company, and for that 18 months, it was pretty terrible. I really did not enjoy it. I didn't like what I had to do every day. I didn't like the fact that I wasn't living who I was every single day. So after 18 months, I got laid off. And when I got laid off, I collected unemployment, and I was really in survival mode. I didn't really think about business or anything like that. I just wanted to figure out what was my next step. Literally 6 months later, right as I got my last unemployment check, I got hired at the post office. I went through this kind of a long process to get hired there, and I got hired. And that was great. However, that still wasn't what was in me. And after 6 months of doing that, I started training 3 months in, and it just kind of blew up. And it demanded a lot of time, and I left the post office. My wife, Danielle, I bless her every day because she let me leave a government position to pursue my passion. Now here is where the episode gets great. Dreams, visions, goals, they matter. They matter. Never let anybody tell you that it can't be done, because if it's been done once, it could be done again. Every single day, we have a choice to make. You, wherever you are, have to pursue that one thing more than anything else regardless of what anybody says. That dream, that vision, no matter how many failures and successes you have to pursue that thing relentlessly because it pays off. Yes, it's hard. You're not gonna feel great every day. You're gonna wanna quit sometimes. You're gonna think, is it worth it? But it's worth it. Stay the course. They matter. Your dreams matter. What God put in you matters. Don't ever let anybody take that away, because God put something in you that the world has to see. So as I conclude episode 72, understand that your journey and the trajectory of your life is way different than anybody else's. Don't compare yourself with anybody else, because it's not their journey, it's your journey. So every day, pursue that thing relentlessly. Go at it with all your might. Surround yourself with good people who want to see you succeed. Build yourself up every single day and fight the good fight. Go all out every single day on the things that matter most to you, and don't allow anybody to tell you that it can't be done. Episode 72 is over. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.